See, I always started right there. By the time you sit down and go, all right, boop, we start on the descent.
On the decline?
Yeah, on the descent. Sorry guys, I'm studying world history.
And if you guys have noticed, this is a new look for us.
Yeah.
We just kind of repositioned ourselves into a new location. Same location, but same different position of the.
So this natural sunlight has your melanin popping.
Hey,
I don't know what color you are right now, but this is.
Well, the monitor is not true.
I mean, dare I say that you look like Morris Chestnut?
But I have titties, so Moore's breast nut.
Well, he wishes he had titties like you.
Yeah. And
you talk. I'm gonna be in here.
Also, I'm assuming the sound sounds different because we're using the camera mics. So if you guys are like, "What's happening?" We're using the camera mics. We have a hard out pause immediately after the podcast.
I have a hard in.
Oh.
No pause. Later on.
I mean, Chad's just turning pages. He's not even looking at me. You're just turning pages. You are passing gold. You don't know what's happening over here.
Looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's fantastic.
That's incredible. So I'm reading 1,000 places to visit before you die. What they don't know is I die tomorrow. I have a lot to do.
That's funny.
But here I am, giving up my chance to go see the world to spend time with you guys.
What if somebody did visit all of them was like, this book?
Yeah, what if you were like, this was I spent $6 million going to places and it's disappointing. This book is heavy, bro. I'm just trying to see where I haven't been. You know what I mean?
In your lifetime, you think you visited 1,000 places?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by 1,000 places?
As in, like, you purposely went there to, like, to sightsee. Not like passing through.
No. Not 1,000. I don't think I've even went to like. I guess stand-up's taking me to hundreds of places, but.
But you purposely went there to visit.
Not that it's been like I'm going here because I'm working to see what's happening.
Yeah.
But not the. Man, I just can't wait to go see it. But I really, really want to, bro. I want to see this entire world, bro. You get one chance to see everything, and most people don't even leave their hometown. Hometown.
Yeah.
I want to go wrestle pandas. Look at this panda. Look at him.
That's not a panda.
That's a panda. It says giant panda.
You know what? I saw that and I saw koala.
What?
Yep.
Be honest with the difference between koala and panda.
I know now.
First off, one's in China and one's in Australia.
Is that real? I've seen that on TV. I thought that was like a Marvel thing. The people that made
the Terracotta Warriors? Yeah, man, they're real. You gotta go see all this stuff.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I mean, so
ancient history, bro.
So this sounds very ignorant.
This is 200 BC.
This sounds very ignorant. Why do you have to go to a location when you can just see it virtually on a camera?
What are you talking about, bro?
Like have you been to a football game before?
Yeah.
The atmosphere is exhilarating, right?
It's a different experience.
Right. But watching it on TV is like I can see very close. This is fantastic.
It's a different experience, bro. You can always watch the game at home.
Sure.
But when you go there, you're in a crowd, you're with the people. It's a whole seeing comedy live and seeing that.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the same thing anywhere.
It's different. But if it's just like a monument, like that's the Washington Monument. it's fairly tall.
I don't want to go to see that. That's bad for it.
Right, because I see Spider-Man. He climbed the monument.
But there's a Martin Luther King, the monument in DC now, right? I'm gonna go take a picture of Martin. I gotta be like, hey, bro. And he's gonna be like, I didn't die for this.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck it, with my gun out.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a nigga that be like this in front of the Martin Luther King. It's like, no.
You know, somebody poured some liquor out for him.
Yeah.
To a real one, my G.
Yeah.
Niggas probably poured some liquor out
on his toes. What if your dying wish was, hey, don't make me into a monument? You're like, but you've been so profound. You have to.
What's your statue pose?
My statue pose?
Yeah, what's your statue pose when it's time to rap and you're dead? What's the?
If I knew I had a statue pose, I would do an accurate life-size version of me, prepared like this,
so people can just
so people can get up under me. And I do both hands, so I'm like this.
Yeah. See, what you gotta do is you gotta do that pose all the time, and then somebody will be like, you know what? Cause Dayton, they might give you a statue.
I would love that.
You might get a statue of Dayton, bro.
Have you seen the? I know this is kind of a switch, but it connects. Have you seen Kanye West's thing on Netflix?
I haven't seen it yet, which is surprising, but
Yeah.
there's a part of me that doesn't want to see it.
Please tell me that before I move forward.
Why?
I want to see it.
Well, I will see it, but
A part of you say I don't want to be disappointed.
nah, the part of me doesn't want to see what happened.
You just want to feel like he just made it on his own.
I want to look at Kanye and be like, I know, because the time they're showing now, I know that Kanye, right? That's the Kanye I studied, that's the Kanye I admired, right? And then now we see him, which also, people say he's going crazy because he has an album coming out, right? Which he does this every time he has an album coming out.
Right.
Kanye goes on his rant. So I just go like, man, I don't want to see the destruction of a hero to me, you know what I mean?
I would say destruction is really just the when you are really great at something, you figured out a cheat code. Everyone is kind of magnetized to your talent, but people still don't acknowledge you because you're still getting stopped. Like because all they know is your art versus your face.
I feel you.
So that's what his story was like, and it was like, and a lot of people's giving him the vibe of, hey man, thank you, I got this mixtape. You know what I'm saying? He kept trying to do that, like forcibly trying to explain his music to people, like hey man, I'll do this song for you for free.
Right.
If you hop on my album like that. So you know what I'm saying? He was like trying to do a lot of bartering. So it really felt like a humbling Kanye, but like you watch come up and you see like a little smidgen of like.
It was in there.
Yeah, you can see the like somebody asked him a question, and he heard one thing, he gravitated to that. He was like, you got to understand that this is on freestyle music. You got to understand that life is not about the flower, it's the seed. And if you keep planting, like looking at the seed and not the flower, you will understand that you become a little arrogant. But if the flower comes out and then you think I'm arrogant? Like listen to the whole message, he was like, you think I'm arrogant? I was like, and then he had a whole rant around that. I was like, damn it, Kanye. Like it had nothing to do with
Yes, people think you're arrogant, Kanye.
Yeah.
He's always been that way, but
Right.
he literally had a line that says, I use my arrogance, what did he say? I use my arrogance to steam power my dreams.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much like I pushed myself. I thought I was great.
Yeah.
I told everybody, nobody else did. I agree with early Kanye.
Yeah. It's really humbling when you do so much stuff and you work hard. And it's exhausting when you don't get the appreciation. That's why I really agree with him. I really agree with him.
I feel like if anybody can relate, it's me and you without the $1 billion. Like, man, the amount of hours that goes into trying to get where you want to be in your head.
Yeah.
Like, you have a goal, you have a vision, you work tirelessly.
Yep.
Tirelessly. I'm tired. Are you tired?
I'm exhausted.
I'm tired. Last night, I'm up, working like you work so much, and then you might get a.
Yeah. I can't tell you.
And your check's late.
Yeah.
It's,
and it's like we have to break that silence of like I need to eat, man. I need my money, but then it's like you want to ruin relationships. Like, dude, you are.
I want to tell you this story, but I gotta leave stuff out.
Okay.
Okay, because it's not sensitive in that, but just things that I can't say. Okay. So there's a person that me and you know very well. Okay. Okay, that I hired.
Okay.
Okay. Now, love this person. Never have a problem. Okay.
You couldn't. You didn't have to say something that you and I both know.
Well, I do.
Now it's starting to narrow down.
Well, okay. Well, I want you to know.
Okay.
But I can't have the people know names.
Sure.
Okay. There's a project that's out that is going to be super dope. Okay. And so the person that I hire is working on the project, which is great. Okay. Now my issue is that for this project that of course I wanted to be a part of, I never got a call, text when I asked. I got we'll let you know, right, from somebody else who I admire, you know? And so I'm watching all this stuff go down, and I'm like, hey, I feel a certain way about this. Yeah. You know? And I'm usually pretty good, I think, at putting my own ego to the side and being like, is this an ego trip or, because I don't want that to ever overtake how I feel.
Right.
But I think I have legit reason to feel a certain way. I'm not angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a little disappointed. It's a little, I'm trying to think of the word, not heartbreaking. It's a little, not daunting. It's like, I don't know. It's a little like
Betrayed. Betrayal? No?
not betrayed.
Rejected?
Somewhat of a rejection, but it's also just like, hey yo, you know, like I'm here, how much time I done put in to work. Like, why wouldn't I get the call?
Yeah.
For somebody who
I put on.
who just got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I'm looking at this like, you know, man.
Yeah.
Like, but it's why it's important to build your own.
Right.
It's why
and that's why I had this conversation with you a couple of weeks on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
I said, would you feel a certain way if you fit the description perfectly for something and they overlooked you because they felt like the exposure would be better if I put like a YouTuber on instead of you?
But those things I understand. Like that's business. Like, man, we've had a cast and we'll be like, yo, we like this person, but there's like this person has millions of followers.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's hard to say no to that, especially when they network with somebody. A business thing is
Right.
one thing.
Yeah.
You know, when it's personal, you go like, hey, I like there's not a certain promotion that this other person is getting that is bringing more eyes. You know what I mean?
But it's also
sorry, it's so vague, guys.
So it's also opportunity,
Okay.
as in shooting your shot early.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a guy who you and I both know,
Okay.
who playing around
Uh-huh.
say, "Hey man, y'all got the project going on. Look out for your boy, man. If y'all need some writers or something, let me know."
Yeah.
And the fact that he did that,
Yeah. This is Deion's hilarious.
he got on. You know.
Yeah.
So and then I didn't think it was gonna be that easy. I was like, oh, he got on.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Is this the story of you?
No.
Oh, what are you talking about?
No.
I thought this was when you hit me
No.
that one day.
No.
Deion hit me one day, was like, hey, yo, man, I want to get down with y'all. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, things were rolling.
Yeah.
And then I got a different job. And then I
wasn't rolling.
Yeah. And then I wasn't taking Deion anymore. And then it took years how that business worked. It took years for things to get on there.
I mean, honestly, it was a great experience. It was humbling because I've been in control of my writing career for numerous years.
Yeah.
And it was that humbling, like, oh, okay, we have opinions here that I have to take.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's one thing too, man. Like me and you got a lot closer in that time.
Mhm.
We were already friends.
Absolutely.
But we became like bros after that.
Yep,
you know,
yep.
and then like even though the rides back and forth, me almost killing Deion, which we talked about in
Yeah.
one of those episodes,
Yeah.
which I can't wait to almost kill you again.
I can't wait.
This is one of those things, man. When you almost die with somebody, that's a bond. That's an unbreakable bond.
Dude.
Man, you almost died, bro. This is that time. Remember that we barely survived? If you had a shootout, if it was a shootout, it'd be a much better story.
It'd been a different shootout, like piss. What if he was playing and I did that? And he was like, Deion, you just yes! You almost killed me. I don't know if I told you, but I had vomit in my homeboy's car
Oh,
when I was first time ever getting high. Ever getting high.
how old was Deion?
This was 18.
Okay.
The
life was sweet, huh?
Yeah. And we was heading to Kings Island. You familiar with Kings Island? Okay. I was like, you Midwest. And it was grad night.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's Cincinnati.
It's Cincinnati?
Yeah. And the King Cobra ride.
Wow, you do remember.
I do.
It was grad night, and his one didn't roll down. It was getting hot. I didn't eat. Didn't know any of the rules of what you had to do before. And I vomited in his lap while he was driving. Car was on two wheels. What the fuck? What are you doing? And in my head, I was thinking, I just got some new shoes.
Can't vomit on
Can't
me.
vomit on the new forces.
Oh.
But in my head, I was trying to vomit in between us, like into the cup holders.
Oh, why not come out the window? Why you end
Because the window was it was stuck. It didn't go down.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to splash back in my face.
No, it was definitely, that was a big thing growing up. The cars, you just couldn't, windows did not roll up on.
Yeah. And I remember being,
You like, don't roll it down, don't roll it.
that was stuck. I gotta hit it with the both sides like this.
Yeah. And then if it was all the way in, because you're like, cool, like,
no.
bro, I'm in Michigan, bro.
Yeah, it's cold. And then you had to get like some vice grips and like
Try to pull it out. It was funny.
Yeah. But all I'll say is I remember telling him, hey man, I was like, Bob, I was like, when we get back to Dayton, I'm gonna clean your car out tomorrow. Tomorrow, nigga, we doing this now. You know, this shit's soaked. And then he thought, I was like, all right, just drop us off. This was me and other boys in the back. Just drop us off. Drop us off, nigga. We all going home. He was like, we was like, what? He said, you think I want to drop y'all off? I'm y'all Uber. It was Uber. He was like, y'all think y'all taxi?
That was great. I feel him 1,000%. Because he was like, I'm not just going to sit in there. He said, we all going to my place.
Come on.
I'm not mad at him.
Right. I'm talking, we was an exit away.
Y'all still friends?
That's my guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's one of those things where you're like, we ain't ever talked. I'm sorry.
No.
It's a great story, though.
Yeah, it was, and they was some weed heads.
Do they know your kids? Let me say that time your dad threw up on me.
They all been dating, so they never had that. I don't think they ever encountered.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? I think about our kids are from LA.
I know.
That's crazy.
My daughter's born and raised in Los Angeles.
That's crazy.
Both yours born and raised in LA?
Born and raised in LA.
That's
Yep.
It is nuts.
Because you automatically think they adapt us. Like, oh, she's from the Midwest.
Yeah, you're a Michigan kid.
Nope. Born and raised in LA.
And then I think about it now, I go like, I think about my parents and I go, man, my mom was from Cleveland.
Okay.
Right, my dad's from Lansing, Michigan, right? So then my mom, so when I go to Cleveland, she wants nothing to do with Cleveland.
Wow.
Because she grew up in, bad. So when she goes home, when I go home, it's all love family.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to the project, we're like, hey!
Yeah.
My mom was like, hey man, y'all watch everybody.
Watch everybody.
You know, she was just like, she didn't want to stay in there, super scarred, you know?
So she thought Detroit was better? I mean, Lansing was better?
Well, Lansing is better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As in, like, calm down.
Everywhere.
But was it hood?
Lansing, there's hood spots for
Right.
sure. Like there's a south side. So like I said, I grew up in like lower middle class, right? And then we moved to the suburbs. It's funny because when we moved to the suburbs, it was like middle upper class, but we were still lower middle class income, right? So to make it look like we had more in the other neighborhood, but it looked like we had more in the white neighborhood.
That's funny.
But we had zero money.
That's funny.
I remember asking my parents for money. It's never was $20 for what? I'm like, well, we ain't got that.
Yeah.
Like that was what broke was. It was like it was poor. You can't afford nothing. And broke was like, if one thing goes wrong,
Yeah.
this whole operation is shut down.
Yeah. I lived in the hood and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it. Like when you in it, you just thinking like, yeah, people get killed every day, B. Like I remember seeing drug. My mom was a snitch. Hey, ain't gonna be selling that on that corner. No. Take that down there.
Sorry, Mrs. Larry.
Yep, they did that. I seen murders. Not like the actual. I hear the shots. I see the body fall. I'm like, damn, what happened? Yeah, stop looking at him. If my mom that shot him, I told you. No, selling that. Yeah, I've seen the crackheads. Like I thought every hood have crackheads. And then when you move out, you
Every
like
hood does have crackheads.
But like active, like the ones that's like, doing like all the stuff like that. I was just like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, we saw a young. I was with Zach yesterday. We went to go shooting, and stopped at the smoothie place in Northridge. Okay, I was like, there was a crack. It looked just like Pat Beverly.
Wow.
He looked just like Patrick Beverly. Because Patrick Beverly gonna look all crazy.
Yeah.
But he was having a full-on conversation with this pole. And he was like, I told you that ain't gonna happen again.
This is a white neighborhood? Damn it! I hate that.
Yeah, and so, and mind you, I'm at a super white, loving smoothie place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, can I get some ashwagandha? Can I get some chia seeds? I told you guys this gonna happen.
And now people look at you like, get your boy, man.
What do you have spirulina?
Hey, yo, brother.
You gonna tighten it?
You giving the money to the white man, huh? Instead of giving it to me to give me in some sort of rehab?
I got a smoothie for you, brother. Maybe you just pulled out a blender out of nowhere. I got all you fresh fruits.
Let me tell you how racist we are. Tell you how racist we are. There's certain races that are associated with certain things.
No.
This is not racist. It's more like a cultural thing. There's a lot of Hispanic people that sells oranges, roses, peanuts, hot dogs on the corner. But if we see somebody black selling them same exact things,
Right.
we be like, man, where you get this from? Bro? Where you get this from?
Where you steal this from, dog? What are you talking about?
It's like, I'm literally next to somebody that sells the same exact items.
Yeah.
I work with them. Like, where you get these strawberries
You've
from?
been stealing from the gig. But if somebody comes and like, hey man, if someone's on the corner a bunch of stuff, I give you a little more leeway. It's when people walk up to you, hey man, I got this pit bull puppies.
Pit bull puppies?
Oh.
Where?
Oh, you've never been approached with pit bull puppies? You've never been approached with pit bull puppies?
Where are they? Are they in his book bag? Where are they?
No, he came up, he had three. He came up like this. Hey man, you want money? You spent $800. I said, $800. I'm gonna just give you $800 right now.
You be like, the placenta's still on it, man.
And then he was like, yeah, you right, man. I do 4. I was like, dog, you can't go from 8 to half.
Yeah.
Black Friday, baby. You know.
You be like,
Sunday.
nigga, the puppies are still wet. They're still bloody, man. Where's the mama
fresh
at?
out.
Where's the mama?
Ringing a puppy out. Fresh out, fam. Well, I would have loved to have them too. I would have loved to. I was like, dang, God, I'd love to have these pit bull puppies. You know?
They got the pink nose, they got the blue eyes.
They got a blue nose, I got a pink nose, I got a red nose. I was like, man.
Have him inside his trench coat.
I got all kind of puppies.
You know, from the back of their neck like that.
Every animal looks shy as shit.
Yeah. Why do we pick up pit bulls from the back of the neck, little skin
That's
right
what
there?
it's for. You see the animals do
They
what
do
I'm
that,
saying.
you're
Yeah.
right.
The lion, that's all just extra.
Yeah.
They don't hurt. They'll do it by the mouth. Teeth all in it.
Yeah. You know what? I think
You gotta grab this. If I could grab my kid by the back, so they acting up, you grab him by the scruff.
By the scruff.
Be hanging.
That's why the nigga Cisco said, do I got to grab that back of your neck to make you listen to me? If you haven't seen me flashing this dough, waving my rolling, mister, yeah.
My man said, I am Mr. He is Mr. Yeah.
Baby, can I get it of you? He said, Mr. Yeah.
He is Mr. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
That was a shot. That was a shot at KC. Yeah. Cause he was like, who's the guy who does yeah? Cause Cisco admitted that he got that yeah from KC, but he said I'm a better singer. So here we kept saying, whose phrase is that? And he's like, I'm Mr. Yeah. So that was a little shot at KC.
And KC was like, I'm gonna show him. Yeah. What happened, JoJo?
Yeah. You know what? That scares me, man. I'm scared. Like, even though we haven't got to the height of our career, it's always gonna be a plateau. That's terrifying.
I don't give a about the plateau. I can't wait to fall off. Let me get up. Let me get up so I can fall off. I can be happy to fall off.
You sure?
Yes.
Imagine, falling off is like you're taking care of a bunch of people, right?
Right.
4 houses. You got moms in the house. You're paying for your daughter's house.
Yeah.
Everyone is taken care of, and all of a sudden, one of your sponsors drop out because they've heard of something you said on the podcast.
It's probably
and
gonna
then
happen.
you get you know some
And stuff starts rolling. My agents and managers is dropping me, and everybody's dropping me.
And now you're like, how am I gonna pay for all this?
Yeah.
And now you trying to like scrabble together, and then it's like, hey, it's not working out.
Yeah.
Everything is falling apart.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking like, hey, Swell, we might have to sell the house.
Bankruptcy.
That is terrifying.
I am filing bankruptcy. Hey guys, the run is over. I hope you guys saved your money. Oh, you guys did not? Well, I'm out of money. I'm filing bankruptcy. That's the only way you can save your money.
And then somebody's like, I got an idea for you, man.
I don't smoke. You just put your lips on it.
I got an idea.
Your spit's on there.
Let me tell you something.
Ew.
The idea is,
That's not meatballs? Who just eats meatballs? No, the idea is.
yeah, I mean, that's how
Right, that's how
people
it goes.
typically like try to like, and they be like, is this lace? Absolutely. They try to make it sound cool with a little F. It got a little F in there. Nigga, what's F? A little F-E. Try to make it, you know what I'm saying?
You're not supposed to fit no, are you?
No.
Because if this isn't F-E-N-T.
Fifi. Keep trying to make it sound cool. Little F, little Fifi.
No. No, I have a contingency plan when it all. Well, hopefully when I get
Contingency
there.
plan?
Yeah, because you want to try to buy a bunch of stuff within like your businesses and all this other stuff, so you can always bankrupt the businesses, right?
Okay.
So I mean, I can't wait to use bankruptcy. Like
Okay.
I'm waiting. They say once every 7 years, but each business you have can do it. I'm about to be in so much debt and get out of it free, baby. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna be living a crazy, wonderful life and then just cancel it.
I can't say I filed bankruptcy twice. I filed bankruptcy once, and then the second time is I just waited 7 years and everything just fell off. When I first, let me tell you something. Discover card,
How much did you owe?
14,000.
Okay,
Wasn't that bad.
And that's not that bad. You could have got that out of that.
So
I mean, I feel you though.
So this is what happened when my Doritos commercial hit. Two things happened. Okay, so this is why I didn't invest my money right. I was going through a drought around 2009
How much money did you get?
for the Doritos commercial.
Yeah.
In total, maybe like 50,000.
Okay.
And I was living off my Doritos commercial
Okay.
for like 2 years.
Okay. You made that stretch.
I was paying Discover card, paying my student loans, but I wasn't.
That's where you messed up at.
That's where I messed up at. Paid all that off, but still like splurging, like doing things, like thinking like it's gonna keep rolling in. Like, hey, y'all gonna keep hiring me for commercials, so I'm gonna get this money back. Then when all that money, when I start paying things off, my credit limit went up. Then I started using my Discover card for everything else. And then it maxed out, and I was like, I need to get a job. I was like, agent, I thought I was gonna get a bunch of more commercials. Yeah. But then I started like kind of creating my own stuff. I don't know if you remember, I had those Doritos commercials and Pepsi commercials my own. Like after that, I kept trying to like, keep the
Hey guys, remember these? I mean, you had Tony in one, right?
Yeah, I had a Pepsi commercial. But yeah, I was just trying to keep the ball rolling. None of it got picked up. I was like, I was the face of the first one, but I can go behind the scenes and possibly shoot it. Yeah, man, I that money just kept draining out, and for like a good 5 years I didn't work. And then I got back into production, like working for MTV and Viacom and shows like that. And then I kind of created a little community there, knowing how to build stuff, and my production company started taking off.
Okay.
But yeah, that bankruptcy was wow. I was like, I'm not paying this off.
Man, I can't think of a better. People like, I don't want to file bankruptcy. Like, are you nuts? They literally say, hey, man, all that debt you owe, that $100,000 you owe, don't worry about that.
You had 100,000?
Oh, I've never filed bankruptcy. I can't wait to do it.
You said 100,000.
I know, I've never done it. I'm just saying, bankruptcy is that. No matter how much you owe,
Yeah.
they're just like, no, we're good, bro. Now, you can file Chapter 11 on any business and own a bunch of shit. All those cars can go back. You can do all that
Yeah.
repeatedly. Great.
This is a misconception though of Super Bowl commercials. Misconception.
Okay.
You think because of Super Bowl, the ratings the checks go by the amount of people who are watching the commercial.
Okay.
So the first check on Super Bowl Sunday,
Nuts.
crazy nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, $14,000. So I'm thinking every time
You see the commercial.
I'm gonna get $14,000.
Okay.
So you start to see it like trickling down because they go by the amount of ratings of people watching it. So you see like 14,000, 11,000, 7,000.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, like you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way.
You guys saw this commercial in Australia? Does anybody in China know?
And this was right around the time when YouTube was taking off. So people can just kind of revisit the commercial.
Yeah. They have to keep playing it,
Yeah. So they stopped watching it. And then BT like picked it up like 6 months after that. And they start going back, like, oh, let's go back up. Let's go back up.
Okay.
But it only lasts for like a good month.
You're like,
Yeah. But that's a misconception. You think like that, I'm about to get $14,000 a week. Yeah.
Everybody would just be like, you gotta do these commercials, man. I gotta figure this out.
What bothers me about Super Bowl commercials, stop hiring real actors, man. They don't need the goddamn money. Regular people need that money.
Yeah, man.
Well, Samuel Jackson and Barry Sanders and Isaiah Thomas and Marshall. Like, you're like, why are these people? Why you got these real people in here?
Well, I figure like a Barry Sanders and a Marshall Falk. I'm like, well, they ain't played in a while.
They don't need no money, man.
Samuel Jackson works all the
Nigga's
time.
cooking. That
He's
nigga's
fine.
Cooking.
But they had a whole Avenger. I'm like, what? You can't
whole
do it.
Avenger.
He's Tony Stark. What you have him in a commercial for?
Yes. They had Scarlett Johansson, her husband.
Oh yeah, they're both currently employed. She's
Right.
in the whole movie.
Right.
Yeah, he's on SNL this week. But celebrity, bro, it's a celebrity.
I can see one commercial. I mean, I can see one major actor. That's fun because you can say, "Have you seen that?"
Yeah.
You know that Russell Simmons commercial. I
Right.
don't know why I said that.
I don't need.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I was like,
commercial to Russell
let
Simmons.
me see how fast your brain works. Give me celebrities go.
Denzel Washington, Will Smith, Halle Berry, Channing Tatum.
Got his ass.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of that because you was probably thinking of Oscar winners, weren't you?
Nah, I just thought of when you say name an actor.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington, Will Smith,
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
Okay, we'll go black and white.
I don't know what
Yeah,
Channing
I'll fuck you up now. Black and white.
Denzel Washington,
Okay.
Brad Pitt, Will Smith, Robert Downey Jr., Halle Berry, Eartha Kitt. She white? She
Nope.
black. She dead. Who's a white actress?
Nah, nigga.
Who's a Black Widow? What's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Chick from
Ain't gonna be no chicks from.
Sanaa Lathan.
I am the worst when it comes to freestyling names like that.
I was trying to think of Kerry Washington. That's how I couldn't think of.
Kerry Washington.
I was like, no, one of those.
It's not Lathan.
If you try to do it rapid fire, but if you gave me a few seconds, I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
that,
Light
that,
work.
that.
Light work.
But doing the black and white, I'm like, okay. Only person, not the only person. I know Tony could do that well.
Yeah.
Tony would be like, yeah, I go all day though. You name some.
Yeah.
You guys like my cup? I'm a girl boss. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. You still circumcised, bro?
I'm spit on your rug. I'm uncircumcised. I have just a naked penis. It's just,
I never understood the difference of like so uncircumcised. So uncircumcised.
Did we talk about this before?
I don't remember.
I think we did a whole podcast about circumcised and uncircumcised.
Really?
Yeah, I think we did this a couple weeks ago.
I'm very curious about people's penis head.
I'm like, it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about, because I said if I had a son, I probably would keep him uncircumcised. Because that's
Right.
why God gave him his penis.
You're right.
And then people had definitely hit me about it. Like, I was getting, this is why you should circumcise.
Yeah?
And, oh yeah, but it's, I don't care.
Yeah.
I had a daughter anyways. I got her
Yeah,
circumcised.
I do remember this.
Yeah. My daughter circumcised.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
Would that be awful? I was just kind of just like, I'm just gonna leave the baby the way I leave the umbilical cord on, but it falls off.
You know?
I mean, the umbilical cord falls off on its own, right? But
I'm curious to know. There was doctors before. I mean, there was births before doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to know what went wrong that people was like, we got to figure out a way to have assistance.
Women died. A lot of women still die in childbirth, and there's a huge thing about black women and Latino women. I guess women of color in general.
They don't give
die.
them that much energy. Don't give them much help.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where they say like black women or somebody can take more. They can take more pain, so they don't necessarily adhere to it. Because I remember even when Yo went in, she was having her pains, and they were kind of reluctant to give her whatever medication, and she was like, "Listen, give me my." She was a different person. She was.
That's funny.
And then when she got her,
Epidural?
I walked back in the room. She was like, "Hey, babe." I was like, "Oh, she hi."
I love it.
She was like, "Hey." So, but it was one of those things where it was the same thing that happened to Serena. We hear about like this is a big, strong athlete. She can take this, and she almost died. She had,
Serena Williams.
Yeah, she
Wow.
had issues. So issues.
I
I can't stop. I can't help it. That's why I do my podcast. I'm like, issues. But yeah, she was having complications. And same with Kenesha. Kenesha had the same. Kenesha Butts had the same kind of things, man. It's just like they'll just give black women less attention, less medical treatment because they're like, oh, you're, as society deems these strong black women. But it also happens to a lot of Latino women also. So it's one of those things.
Did Yo have that baby natural?
No. Yeah.
C-section?
No, she came natural.
Okay.
You only had one stitch. It has a giant vagina.
Oh boy.
It's huge. It's
Oh boy.
this big. I'd be in there walking around. When I need some alone time, I just go in.
I want to know if I'm certain there's a woman that had it super organically, like she was typing like, okay. I have to keep working, guys. I'm sorry. Like she's on her laptop. It's like, I got it. All right. So can you hand me that fax machine, please? I got the second. So
I wonder about because you hear about those women who go to the bathroom and they have a baby. Mm-hmm. That's nuts. You felt that baby move.
Yeah.
You didn't feel that baby the entire time.
Yeah.
That baby didn't move, twist. You was just like, I got gas. Like what? You knew there was a baby in there.
Right.
I went, took a dump. I heard her cry. I said, what did I eat?
Did the black widow pose and just pulled it like, woo! Y'all see that?
I have no idea. I want to, outside of just being ignorant to be ignorant, I really want to know more about those stories, bro. Because it's having a child. That's real surgery.
Yeah.
Like a whole thing is coming out your body, and the blood loss, and then I think she had. They induced labor because she was having. She had high blood pressure. Her blood pressure went up. Mm-hmm. She didn't have high blood pressure, but her blood pressure went up at that time. Mm-hmm. So they were a little worried for, I don't know, what other complications were, but they were worried. So they was like, well, let's get this baby out of here and make sure she's good. So then I got a little worried. Mm-hmm. But then we were sleeping and Izzy came out at 4 in the morning. She came out at 4:25 a.m.
Hey.
Because they were like, oh, what's happening? I was like,
Yeah.
What's happening? The baby's coming. I was like, oh. I was on that cramped ass chair.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, what's her middle name? Isabella?
Marie.
Marie.
After my grandmother.
All right.
Yeah.
And who chose Isabella?
I did.
Okay.
I've had that name for years.
Yeah.
It's funny, I thought it wasn't going to be as popular, but I've had it since I was like, oh yeah, one day if I have a daughter, I'm name her Isabella.
Yeah.
And I probably had that name since I was 17, 18 in my mind. And I thought it was going to be popular, and it's like one of the most popular names. I was like,
wow. Yeah.
But I don't meet a whole lot of Isabellas.
I mean, that's why you chose it.
Yeah, but now that it's like, it's the most popular name. I was like,
It's kind of like having a car when you be like, you pick out a car, like, I've never seen somebody have this car. You be like, damn, I see this car a lot.
A lot. When I bought the H3, I didn't see it a lot, but I saw way more. I was like, hey man, these things are all over the place. Also, I do think if we died, we were in the H3, we'd have been all right. If we hit the wall, we'd have been fine. We'd have been fine, bro. The H300 is made for that. It's made to take crashes head on at 80 miles per hour.
Hold on.
It's made for that, Dan.
Sure.
We'd have been fine. That wall should have been worried.
I got annoyed that quick. I just had a flashback and I got so scared all over again. I remember. I just glitched right there.
Dion. Forget all the words. Forget all the chance taking. Dion said. Dion went to default black dude.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this.
All right.
When you see me, like on the streets walking up, do you feel like I'm hood?
You?
Yeah.
When I see you?
Yeah, and not you, because you know me. But if you just happen to walk me,
No.
so I'm looking at you. I would have thought, but we're from the hood, though, right? Are you from the hood? You think? No. I'm thinking like, man, I was from the hood, but no one says that nigga hood.
Yeah. I mean, my neighborhood growing up, like I said, it was black, but it wasn't hood. You know what I mean?
I was thinking like people that weren't raised in the hood but are black. You can hear a little accent on them. It's like, I almost got it.
There's some people that be like, just don't
do it. Like when I hear Kev, I'm like, like is too clean. You ever hear him say niggas? Like,
I heard him, but it's funny that you say that.
It's like it's almost there, man. But it's like you got to let it like taper out. Like
that's probably because most people haven't had to talk. Because if you really had to sit down, you'd be like,
yeah,
listen, da 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 da. I don't think people had a heart to heart with a real nigga. Because it's a different. You be like, nigga, listen. I need you to listen to me.
Yeah.
Right? It's like we're having heart to heart talks.
Right.
I don't know, man. My family didn't say it, but me and my cousins did. You know what I mean? So I wasn't raised with it until. You know what's funny, man, about black kids? You get to be a kid. Kids in the hood grow up really fast, right? Kids in the hood, they be doing their own laundry by 8, going back and forth, right to the laundry, right? They grow up fast. When I went to the suburbs, I realized, because when I moved to the suburbs and went back home back to Cleveland to see my cousins, I was like, whoa, these cats became young men real quick because they have to. Right. You know, I got a chance to be a kid longer because of our situation. When I go back and I look at all the kids I grew up with, I go like, man, it's a huge difference from the cats I knew from my old neighborhood to now my cousins, right? So it's also why young black dudes get looked at differently who grew up in those hoods, because they have to become men earlier, and their environment, being a man, is different things. Right? Like the reason why we moved to the white neighborhoods because there was dudes selling drugs across the street, right? And my dad was like, well, I can't have this. My brother was always getting in trouble, right? So I was just playing Game Boy all day. I do the same now that I did then, right? And they were just worried that, you know, those things were there. So we moved to a white neighborhood, completely different thing. And everywhere, I don't know if it was necessarily great or bad, but it seemed to work out, you know, in those ways. So it's just different. So when you talk about like, yo, the cats who say like the N-word, I'm like, these cats have been for a long time. Yeah. They get raised by older and who you know pass it down, and you know some cats don't get to have their own choice in what they want to do.
That's the same thing translating to Africa. I've seen like like a 3-year-old. You ever seen a child like be so adult? You be like, how do you learn that? Like you just see like you heard him in that book. Yeah. It'd be like you'll see like a 3-year-old doing stuff like not even like it made she's like they'd be like
so
like just doing stuff like this like versus like I'm 3. Wow. Like doing like I was like, this child has been raised to be an adult. Right. Like having the look of like not like no flimsy head, or just kind of like just doing stuff like
very attentive. You know, I saw like this one kid had to be 5, was making breakfast for his sister and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, man, I want to say that, you know, I was a mature kid, but when I look at mature kids, like I was a kid for a long time. I was a kid for so long. When I became an adult, I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
It ruined everything.
It was-
I failed.
Culture change.
My first attempt at being an adult, complete disaster. When I moved to LA and tried to do something on my own, complete disaster.
Yeah.
7 years of not figuring it out.
Yeah.
You know? Complete bomb.
I got you. I had tried to make hamburgers for my family. Made 4 succulent
Okay.
hamburgers. Looked amazing.
Okay.
Not knowing that the inside was all was jello.
Not even red?
It was all red. And everybody was like, because the first bite was fire because it was on the outside. When they got to the middle of it, it was like,
oh, yes. And it's a different texture.
yes! They thought it was tomatoes.
You're like, why is it so soft in there?
Oh my gosh. I was
Oh, it's
like, how
juicy.
long Now they got 7 of them. Everybody did. But yeah, I remember that. I was like, fuck. Like, adulting is hard.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And now, you know, when I work, I game, and I'll alternate like 20 minutes, and then I'll work, and then I'll game, and then work. And I go like, yeah, my life is pretty easy now. Like it took a long time, but now,
get here.
Yeah, I don't have to go clock in somewhere. You know, like you get to build your own schedule for the most part. It just depends on how much money you want to chase. It's how hard you work, right?
Right.
I'm trying not to chase money right now.
Yeah, I think that's everyone's objective.
Yeah,
But it's so difficult because you know it's attached to success.
Yeah.
It's attached to
Chasing money made me really tired and sad. You know, like
opportunities.
I was really like that whole summer we kept going up there, and then like I wasn't sad per se, but like because you know getting in the writer's room was a lot of fun, but like it was just this task that I made myself do. And then I don't think I realized how tired I was until Serene passed, and then I took a break, and I was exhausted, bro.
Yeah.
I was exhausted, and I was like, man, you gotta spend more time here, making the family happy, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, I was spending so much time trying to go get it night and day. I had an eye problem, right? I had like, my eye was literally,
glasses.
my eye was, when I was wearing the sunglasses inside, because my eye was literally watering all the time.
Right.
So it was like, and the doctor was like, yeah, your eye is just like, whatever, they use some eye jargon, but it's still not, right? I still can't even open my eye fully like the other one. Like that's how hard I was like looking at the screens every day.
It's the left side.
Oh yeah, it's the left.
Damn. So if you get hit with a right hand person, you block.
Yeah, I need this one to operate fully. But even the times I'm trying to like take my time and sleep, and like my eyes still weren't. So when they compared how my eye opened to the first or a year before, and it was like your eyes are barely even opening.
Wow.
Like I can always see my eyelashes now.
Wow.
Which is it's crazy. So it was one of those things, and I was just like, man, you chase this work, and I was like, all I got was more issues. Instead of trying to chase what makes you happy, trying to chase making other people happy. You know?
You know, I thank God that I don't have a handicap.
Yeah.
Like we could have been born
with
something, or like a cockeyed, lazy.
You know, my nephew's a little person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched him grow up, bro, and he wanted to be playing sports, and he wants to do this. He got cut from his basketball team, and I was like,
is he any good?
Crazy handles.
Yeah.
It's just he's not even 5 feet.
Right.
You know, and
but I mean that's still an advantage if he has handles.
It's an advantage, but you can't play deep. Like he's so small. You know what I mean? Like he's like, and now he's 14. Cats are getting growth spurts. Cats are like, you know, at least my height. I'm 5. For a middle school kid, you be 5'7", you're pretty tall, right?
Yeah.
And then like he's not close to that. So I was like,
but he's making people get lower.
Yeah, but it's not like he doesn't have that range to shoot. He doesn't have the same kind of quickness because of the way he moves. You know what I mean? His body is just different also. So it's just all those things is making, because even like football, like when he was a kid, it was easy for him to be a good athlete. And then now that people are getting, you know, their bodies, they're like zooming past him athletic wise. So he's very frustrated because he was like, you know, I can't compete this way. And then he's like, I'm gonna be looked at differently. People look at me. He was like, I'm supposed to grow older and look like this. Very upset with being short. Sure. He's like, I go somewhere and people, they want to stare. You know what I mean? And he's just like, why me? I go, hey, look, man, I have zero idea.
Yeah.
Zero idea why you. But my thing was always like, man, you got to use that handicap to your advantage. I'm like, you're the only you.
That's not a handicap, is it?
Hmm? I was like, first off, when you start driving, you get a handicap plaque and park anywhere. I was like,
Wow.
that's the first advantage you get to have. It's great. But I'm like, man, if you did stuff, and I was like, if you did comedy, if you were a drummer, if you game, I'm like, no matter what,
You're gonna be an anomaly.
yeah. I was like, and you could just stand out. So I was like, there's, and I was like, bro, in the entertainment industry, I'm like, to have, if you had your own channel, I'm like, you could do a lot.
It's attractive.
Yeah, you could do a lot with it. I was like, of course. But it's one of those things, I'm like, you're not going to be like, man, you better off being with this. Then you're like, no. Right?
Yeah.
He would trade it in.
Absolutely.
All right?
Yeah.
There's a praise party next door. There's a church going on.
Oh. Yeah, I've always, like, this is what you said, people stop and stare.
Mm.
I never see little people in person.
Mm.
I'm always curious of their lives.
Yeah.
I'm always like, man, tell me about just. But I know there's some of them are sensitive, some of them are open.
Yeah.
They don't really have the concert.
Are there people over there?
This is my.
Or is it like somebody's playing something?
That sounds live.
I wonder if people can hear. Can y'all hear?
Yeah. Well, obviously because we're using the camera mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always like, I'm fascinated by twins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fascinated by little people. I'm fascinated by people that have like cock eyes. Like, what eye are you looking at? Like, what do you see? Is
Dion's gonna have his own freak show.
a little circus?
The bearded woman in there.
That's funny. I'm always want to talk to them, but I don't want them to feel weird.
Yeah.
Like if they're open to talk to me about it,
Yeah.
I am so like, man, let's hear about it.
Yeah.
Because like I'm fascinated by twins because I'm like, imagine the mental stress that I go through. We are identical twins,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to keep up with this persona of like we're rare, so we have to look alike. Or I can let myself go and be the fat twin. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get the tattoo.
What if you would gain weight and the other one gains weight? You're like, will you stop? Will you stop? No, I'm not. And stop it. You wake up bigger. Did you get pregnant? Why? Because I am. It's just you just got everything that the other person got. It would be awful.
Yeah. Like imagine imagine
What's
if
up, Twilla?
What's up, y'all?
yeah.
That would be trash.
Yeah. Like,
So do you not care about fraternal twins? But
I mean,
they still share the womb.
they're brothers and sisters typically.
We are identical twins.
They're just brothers and sisters.
Well, I guess
but they don't
identical
look
twins
alike.
can't be like identical. I guess.
Yeah, they just look alike.
Yeah.
They got the same birthday. That's it.
Okay.
But I'm more fascinated by like the pressure. I really want a tattoo, but you know what I'm saying, it's gonna stand out, and now people like want a tattoo on their arm. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, hey, you wanna get tattoos together?
Right.
Cool. Okay, I want to do it. I get one right here on my hip, so if we're out in
Well,
public.
I feel like matching identical twins embrace the twinity. They're like, yo, bro, that was my twin identity. See?
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
I feel like they embrace it. Because if I had a twin, bro, I'd be like, yo, we need to do everything together. I'd be so about it. I want to go grow my own twin right now.
But what if one of your what if you're lactose intolerant and the other one is not?
Okay.
What if one of them what if one of them, I'm saying like
I'm sure that happens.
we got a sponsorship to be ice cream. Like, I can't eat that shit, man.
Yeah.
Or what if you get to a
But the other
fight?
one could just do it. Don't
You got
worry,
a cut
I'll
across
pretend to
your
be
face.
both.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
oh man, you the one got the scar.
Hey, Scarface. The Scarface twin.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Like that's imagine the psychological term oh my god, I have to stay on this line because if I don't,
I would go get the same scar then. I'd be like, great, slice me here, fam. We do it all together. We're doing it together. We're twins.
I'm doing a twins short film.
Are you?
I have to. I'm gonna do a casting call for twins. And like let's do this because they can't make their own decisions about the other one. I mean they can, but now you're just being a dick. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to live here no more.
Yeah.
I want to move to
We
Australia.
have to do everything together, though. What are you doing? Like, I'd be like, dog, we have to do this together. What are you talking
No,
about?
I don't want to live in LA no more. I want to move in Australia.
I don't want to live there. Then would you just leave?
It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like the stress of being a twin of like, hey man, people want to see y'all together, man. Y'all gotta have a channel together. Y'all gotta, it's like we have to do everything together. It's like, it's our 14th birthday. Let's take pictures together. Like I don't want to fly back for that.
This 14-year-old lives in Australia by themselves.
They make money off their YouTube money. They out of here.
That's true. I told that kid that too, my nephew. I was like, man, while you're in high school, do all this stuff.
Yeah.
I said, I couldn't imagine. We were making horrible sketches off of our stupid cameras. I couldn't imagine having these dope phones, YouTube back in the day.
Okay, bro. Get your nephew some mental therapy.
Yeah.
Of like
he goes to,
being confident.
Yeah.
Because if you embrace it and just have stories in life, there's a girl that I follow. She's a little person. She doesn't embrace it, but she I can't say makes fun of it, but she'll do something that's like hopping on the couch, but obviously like oh, that was a little tough. And, like she's talking to the people and doing TikTok challenges.
Yeah.
But she'll do it with somebody else. It's like, why'd you keep your leg up like that? Like, so she's embracing it, but she's not making fun of herself.
Right.
She's like,
because you have to live your life.
What side am I not on?
you were in it.
I'm trying to get off of it.
Man, you were way back there. Dude, and that sandwich is yours. That sandwich right there is yours.
Okay.
You good. You way back there. You blurry.
Is there a sandwich for me?
Uh,
Dion made breakfast last week. They had bacon and eggs and pancakes. And then I came in, I was like,
he said, I'm on keto, but don't tell nobody.
they were very burnt pancakes. Like I didn't care.
The key is to ask before you come. You be like, I'm headed over. You got any food?
Yeah, you said that?
You said no. She said that's the key.
That's the key.
Oh yeah.
I gotta be like, hey, yo, Dion, here's my breakfast order. I need this breakfast burrito cooked up, extra crispy on the tortilla.
I had to cook early. I had to cook early because of the client.
All right. No,
I want the smell to be here. I'm like, what is happening here?
It smells like onions. But that's just me. I didn't
That's my dogs. Yo, I remember my homeboy dapped me up. I ain't seen this dude in like 9 years. He dapped me up. He gave me a look like this. I said, woo! Smelled them armpits. And he was like, what's that about? I said, what? You tell me. And I didn't know how strong his mental was. So like, woo! He's like, what? He said, I ain't seen you in 9 years.
Did y'all hang out the whole day?
I had to.
You didn't feel like, hey,
because he came by to check me out, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, what's up, man? How you been? I'm like, dude, I'm good. You want some rally burgers with extra onions? You want some checkers?
Was it Rallies in Ohio?
Yeah. Yeah, I had rallies and checkers.
Rallies.
Yeah, rallies.
There's a Rallies out here somewhere. I saw two. I think one closed down.
Where's checkers at? What, is that South?
I don't know who has checkers.
They got South.
Who has checkers? Where is it?
I hate that there's Carl's Jr. and then there's
Star? What is it?
Hardee's.
Hardee's.
Oh, Hardee's.
Yeah, Hardee's.
The stupid Star is a mascot. I want to say Hardee's was when I grew up there. It was a Hardee's. You know what I always hated? I saw Sonic commercials all the time.
Everywhere out here.
Not a goddamn Sonic.
They are far.
Growing up, I was like, brother, where are we gonna find this? Because we were like, that looks great.
Yeah, it looked delicious.
Can we go to Sonic's? Sonic's.
Yeah, we go to Knuckles.
They're doing a new Sonic and Knuckles game. And Knuckles is gonna be the new Sonic.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't.
He's a villain. Of course, they're gonna convert him.
Always my favorite character, Knuckles. When Knuckles came, I said, oh, y'all done did. I always figured Knuckles was a black dude.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's a Idris Elba.
Oh yeah? I never know why he's black, but I was like, Knuckles is black.
He had dreadlocks.
That's pretty much he did.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's a hedgehog.
Right.
With dreadlocks.
He's a echidna. He's a different species of hedgehog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like relative.
Okay.
ECHIDNA. Because I was,
You looked it up.
I was so into Sonic.
Okay.
I played every single Sonic game outside of those like Sonic All-Stars.
I'm actually curious. Is Tails' tail like a propeller?
He can fly with it.
So is it like a circle or is it just doing this? Because it should be wrapping up, right?
That's not how it works, man.
Help me! So is it just doing this? Or is it literally turning around?
Yeah, it's turning around. They just keep.
So it's a hole.
Huh?
It has to be a hole.
A hole.
In his butt. If his tail is turning really fast.
He has a butthole. What are you talking about?
How is his tail turning?
His tail turns, man. It just rotates. It's a propeller.
The same direction.
Can it go the
Do
other?
you understand that?
Because you're asking if it's two different tails.
It's two tails. I know it
right,
is.
but you're asking there's one circle this way, one circle the other way. To make
Is it doing this?
No.
How is this tail able to rotate?
How is it? Because if it keeps turning, it will wrap up into like a braid.
Yeah. You ever see like a rope, like a lasso, right? You can take a lasso, the braid it together, you can spin it in the air.
So it has to rotate out of his butt.
Stop saying his butt.
Where's it coming out of? His ears?
It's a tail. What do you mean? Why do you keep saying his butt?
Because out of his
back.
His upper butt.
If you're like out of his butt, I'm like, well, out of his butt is a different thing. Then.
So
it's where his tail is.
So his two tails coming out like that, right? Look, right?
What? This looks like it's coming out of his butt, Dion. Dion's like, put the two tails right here.
Okay, look, here we go.
Okay.
Two tails, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Now make them rotate.
Right? They're rotating really fast like this, right? They're rotating really fast.
It just spins, man.
So if I keep spinning my hand, it will eventually tie to a knot if it goes the same direction.
Yeah, it ties to a knot, the first two, and the other two stick out. And then it just keeps going around and around. What do you imagine? It's a video game.
It's difficult for you to think and understand what I'm trying to say.
Because it's video. Make it happen. It works perfectly. They did the science, they did the research.
I need people to slow down. Like, what's happening back there?
It just rotates perfectly fine. I got to look at it now and see it. When you're a kid, you go, "This makes sense." Helicopters do the same thing.
Right. But helicopters
But they have all separate
it has
blades.
a base, right? It has a base,
Right.
and that base is turning like that.
You don't think that the geniuses at Sonic, at Sega, thought about that, Dion? You don't think they figured that out?
The whole idea of a hedgehog running this fast is hilarious. They could have picked any other animal. I never heard of hedgehogs until I heard
Sonic the Hedgehog. You're like, yeah, okay.
it could have been a squirrel.
They're not even known for running fast.
Right.
At all. Or running. Like, it'd been different if it was like...
Squirrels because they're kind of fast.
Or even a Roadrunner, right? That already had a built-in...
Right.
Sonic the Roadrunner. Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember the cartoon?
Sonic? Jaleel did the voice?
But do you remember the theme song?
Sonic. Wait. Was it Sonic?
the Hedgehog.
I was like, Sonic, he's an awesome dude. No, was that something else?
I remember, but I gotta think I started off.
I remember.
Yeah.
I know Jaleel did the voice.
Right.
No, I gotta think of it. Yeah, Mr. Robotnik.
Yeah. I'm glad.
It was Dr. Eggbot and Dr. Robotnik. Are they the same person?
Dr. Eggbot?
Yeah, his name was like Eggbot or something like that. This is super. I love this.
I think.
It was like Dr. Robotnik, and he'd be like, he went by there. Anyways, Jim Carrey killed that also.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a great Dr. Robotnik.
I
Except
think-
he wasn't fat.
Right. I mean, he could get fat now.
Yeah, I wanted to have him come out in this big fat suit. And I was like, that'd have been great.
The idea of pitching these to the game consoles is hilarious. Like Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario, like Earthworm Jim, the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. All these weird
So dumb. Attack of the Killer Tomato. That's probably the worst.
Street Sharks.
Well,
Like-
that all makes sense because of the success of Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah.
When you say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if I pitch you that, you're like, wait, what? Check this out, bro. All right, you got these turtles.
Okay.
All right, now they get into this ooze and they become mutant turtles. Okay.
What do you mean ooze? Like sperm?
No. Like a toxic chemical.
Toxic.
Yeah. That's
So they're gonna die.
No. Here's what happens. See, they start transforming into people turtles, right?
As in like a robot, like transform. Like transform.
No, into like mutation. It's like evolution.
So they're like
Evolving.
mutated, like
they're
crippled.
mutants, but they come out normal-ish human-like. Okay? And now check this out. They got this rat who teaches them to martial arts.
Okay, well, how did the rat learn?
Same thing. Oh! The rat learned because he was in his cage watching his master.
Okay.
Right?
As
And the rat was like doing the moves, Turtles master duel.
Okay.
Yeah, so he teaches the turtles how to do these moves also. And he makes Ninja Turtle, but they teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Teenage
How long?
mutant ninja turtles.
Okay. All right. You're onto something. Where do they live?
Where do you think a mutant turtle would live? Because he's a freak in the sewers.
Okay. How do they talk?
They talk like this.
But are they from New York or are they from California? Do they talk like they're from California?
One does. Yeah, man. How does Mikey talk like that?
Yeah. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. I'm totally
Radical. You're from New York.
Cowabunga, dude.
They had Raphael like, hey, what you mean by that, huh? They made Raph the super New Yorker.
Yeah.
And then Leo was just like, hey guys, I'm
more
from the Midwest.
Yeah, more Midwest. Donatello, what do you think?
Donatello, I don't know, man. He'd be from like Washington. He's from like Seattle or something. Silicon Valley and something.
Never. I'm gonna say this right now. Never trust anybody who says Donatello is their favorite Ninja Turtles.
I feel that.
Nobody was like, I think he's the best one, man. I think that's like the last one who picked was like, Dad, hold on, you got Raphael? You got oh man, come on. I gotta get Donatello.
I'll be Donatello.
But that was the easiest weapon to create.
You always had to stick somewhere. It was hard to find size.
Yeah. You just get like you just get a shorter stick.
He ain't got these size. I'm trying to think which project.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. Cut this one short.
Yeah. He got sad.
Sorry, people. But we gotta probably get another one in. Dion, so booked and successful, has got stuff to do.
You got damn right I do.
Why you so successful, bro?
I'm not successful.
You not?
I am success.
You got a whole business. You got a whole business.
As
Dion,
in HOE.
Dion has a whole business.
Brothel.
He has a brothel. When he talks about his loft,
Yeah.
it's a brothel. And then you have your other studio. You know?
Yep.
You two are doing your thing, man. I don't have anything like that. I need something. I need a thing.
I would sell crackers.
Okay.
A lot of people know this, man. A lot of people don't know that. It's like another word of incense. You know how people sell incense?
Yeah.
Sell crackers, man.
Okay.
You could sell them by the trough.
I wish I sold like candles or something, bro. Like I don't have anything that I can do.
You know candles are probably the most easiest flipping business there is, but you have to just really market it. Because I remember Now Evans sold candles for a while. It's called crack something, right?
Yeah, candle crack. He had carry tears as they sent.
Carry tears?
Carry
That's
tears.
funny. Yeah, man, because it's super easy and incense.
Yeah.
They're just super easy to create, and if you like I think there may be 30 cents to create.
Yeah.
Because you're buying the wax and you're dipping sticks in it.
That sounds like work. I need something else that I can just. I sell these things, guys.
Yeah.
Buy that.
Well, sell T-shirts. And you all you gotta do is just create the logo.
You know what's funny? Here's people ask me for merch all the time, right? And I go, I've done this game for years having merch. And I'm like, if you don't have enough people who are going to buy your merch, then you're just stuck with a bunch of stuff. I don't feel confident yet in the fan base that I have yet.
It's not even about you having it. You just sell it from the like Teesprings. You put your logo on this website. It's gonna take a big percentage because you're not sending it to them and you're not supplying the T-shirts. So I would say, this is me just spitballing. If your shirts are $25, you're probably gonna get like $10 from each shirt sold because you're not doing anything.
Right.
Artists that go to my website and they're picking their size, their color, and they will send it off for them.
Yeah. So I gotta see how the other guys do it. Also, I don't have a good logo yet that I like.
What if you have a merch that says, "I don't have merch"?
Probably work. Right.
Stop asking me.
I don't do this. I don't sell. I do think that one day I might I definitely want to make a kids book. I want to make a comic book of sorts.
Okay.
I want to make a kind of a guide on how I create characters and work. Because I think people get scared that they don't have time to work. And I go like, I do way more bullshit than work.
Yeah.
Right? But it depends on your process. But I go, man, you got 10, 15 minutes a day, you can get stuff done.
Absolutely.
And I want to show people that I can get a whole script done doing 20 minutes a day for 30 days. But if you stay with it, if you stay focused, you have a plan. I know when I'm about to do something, here's my intent for this. That's why I work on a few different things in a day.
You know how I inspire people? Tell them I'm interested. Hey, you got a script, man? Let me hear it. Let me read it.
Yeah.
And then they be like, yo, we are about to gear up for this Sony project and we're looking for scripts. You'll see people bust their ass.
I don't want to read a piece of though.
No, I'm not reading it.
Oh, you just get them just to get it done.
Inspired. Get them inspired. That's how I do it.
Bro, I hate reading scripts.
I do not. I tried.
Yeah.
Out loud, I'm like, I sound horrible. Maybe the script is bad.
No, I just mean that somebody would be like, hey man, can I send you my material? And I'm like, no, I don't want to read.
For what? I'm not looking for it.
People care about my opinion now, which is awful, right? Like, it was fine when no one gave.
Well, I mean, if they're paying you, how you feel about that?
I don't want to do that. Because
Well, that's the way you get money.
It is a way I can get money. I could definitely do script analysis, but then I have to sit down and read someone's script and do this. It feels like homework. Even writing feels like homework. Writing pays me. It's the only reason I do it. But I was like, I don't want to do that.
But you said that's the only reason why I do it. So why don't the only reason why you read people's scripts is for the money?
Because I don't have to.
But what is the only reason why you make writing scripts? You don't have to either.
I do. Because that's my only source of money.
But what if this other source would be reading
But
scripts?
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to write either.
I know, but I have to.
You don't have to.
I do. Otherwise, I just have no
You're
job.
talking in circles like the tale of tales.
No. I have a career.
Yeah.
This is the job,
Right.
right? So then it's like, cool, you can go do this. I don't want to do that. I do something else.
But reading scripts is your job.
Yeah.
You're the boss of that.
I don't want to do that though.
You want to be told what to do.
Yeah, this is my day job now.
Sure.
Right? So in the meantime, my day job, we go build YouTube, we game, right? I'm very happy doing that stuff.
Chaz is stubborn, y'all.
Maybe stand up again one day, we'll see.
Chaz is stubborn, y'all.
But when you talk about you can go get this money doing more work you don't like doing already, I don't like doing that.
Both is twice as much.
Well, then I might switch and be like, well, I only do this now.
Yeah, which is
But I'm
put
not.
your number out there.
But I'm not doing both. I'm
Put
not
your
because
number
I don't want anybody's scripts. I don't want to read your scripts. I love you and I want you to keep working.
I tell people all the time.
I don't want to read it.
I'm not reading your first draft.
Definitely not.
I'm not reading your first draft. I say, give me your one sheet because I'm getting them prepared. Give me your one sheet. Give me your summary. What is your tagline? What's your log line? I'm asking them all this. Like, give me your, I'm giving them, getting all prepared. So,
Right.
so when I supposedly read it, I'm like, hey man, you ready? Are you gonna read it? Absolutely not. But you're ready now. If you had the audacity to say it's ready to be read,
Yeah.
you're ready to pitch this.
What I figure is most people, here's what I've learned. Most things that have a script will get shot. Like people shoot bad stuff, okay? So getting it done is more important than anything, even if it's independent. My thing is always like, you don't need me to read your stuff.
Just want your opinion.
Doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. I could be
Right.
like, bro, this is trash, and then it goes on to sell $100 million. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Right.
My opinion.
Right.
If you need to learn how to write a script, I'm way more helpful there. I'm way more helpful on the actual formatting. If you're asking my opinion, who gives?
But they're paying you.
I don't want to be paid for my opinion. I don't want to do it. Now, if it was like one of those things where like you got to do a crash course kind of in that sitcom format, right? When you came up there and you go like, okay, great. Here are the things, and we got to do it every single day, right? So we did like a boot camp of kind of script writing, and especially in the writer's room, right? That's super valuable. But if I tell you, like, what do you think about this script? I go like, hey man, character stuff, you might want to do this, you might want to do that. And that person goes like, no, I'm good, and they go off to sell it. What the fuck do I know? I go like, just go. My whole thing is like, you should be trying to get it done on your own anyways. Like, if you're trying to sell it, that's cool. In the meantime of trying to sell it or getting it seen or using it as a writing sample, you should be trying to just shoot it yourself. If you don't have those connections to get it done. I'm not someone who can go get something done because I don't have the money. You need to find money people.
Right.
Right? I'm not a money guy.
Yeah.
So I go like, otherwise all I can do is just give you an opinion that probably doesn't want to matter. And I don't want to do that. If I had the money, I would be like, yo, let me read this. Because now I can put my money into it.
But you know.
I don't know. But if I had the money,
Sure, but why would you put your money into somebody else's if you're doing your own?
because I don't want to write my own.
No, well, so this is what bothers me. Because people send me scripts all the time.
Yeah.
And I try my best to inspire them to be prepared versus me reading it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling them, like, listen, you're done. You're finished. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do the same thing you're going to do.
Yeah.
You have a great script, register it, so it won't be so you can't say I stole it or anything like that.
But you can still be stolen, guys. Just want you to know that.
But at least there's a date on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving forward from there, find somebody who wants to shoot it. Like if you're going to pay me to shoot it, then we can talk about it. But I can't do anything for you right
People put their energy in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's way more about trying to get it done, and then forget people's opinions, man. Find somebody who has money.
It's too much. Too many genius ideas are sitting on scripts because we're afraid of rejection.
That's crazy too.
Cause like I said, like if you had tried to pitch me a script and I'm like, I don't think it's great. And you pitch it to Frank, I don't think it's great. You'd be like, it's not great. And you'd be like, I gotta work on something else.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the third person could be like, woo, this is it. We gotta shoot this tonight.
Right.
I got the team ready to go.
Right.
But you'd be like, man, maybe it's not it. Cause my subconscious, like I got rejected twice. So if that's two people I respect,
Right.
and they think it's trash, you know, it's like Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
They got rejected numerous times.
For a decade.
Numerous times.
Right.
And you just got to find the right sources.
Right. That's why I'm like, it doesn't really matter like what people think, bro. You just
Yeah.
somebody's going to like it.
Right.
Somebody's gonna be like, yo, that fire though. Like you just have to get it done.
Yeah.
And then you go market it, you go promote it, you go push it, you go get anybody who's willing to put money behind. I only want to executive produce.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dream, huh?
That's the only thing you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. Great. Let me make a phone call. Let's get this done.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't worry about it. I can and if something gets shot, bro, somebody's gonna pick it up. If you shoot it and you get it done, somebody will air it. I don't know how many trash movies are on Tubi, Pluto.
Well, then hold on. We got to talk about my game show then.
Somebody's gonna buy it. How many episodes do you have?
4.
Somebody will pick it up.
Sure.
I guarantee it.
All right.
Because people need so much content. Whether it's so many ones. There's so
Right.
many platforms, bro.
Well, that's that. Thank you guys so much.
Just get it done.
We are turning different colors because of this light. What's that at?
What color is this? It's got chances wearing a mustard hoodie.
Yeah, because when the light hit the ice, they twinkle and glisten.
When it hits the Fitbit, what is that? A diesel?
This is a...
Oh, you got a smartwatch. Oh, I forgot, Dion. Hello. What's up, girl? Huh? It's about risk 45. All right, it's about time though. It's about time to go.
What's your step game?
Oh, it's trash. These
No,
last 2 days.
man. Let's watch right
I
now.
haven't done nothing today. I only have 800 steps today.
Right here.
I've done nothing today.
All right.
Yesterday I had 3,000 super trash.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to get me on during the week. I'll be
Okay.
monster.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your average?
It's probably like 7,000 to 8,000. But I do a walk
You got excited.
every day. I know. What?
All right.
But
I need that 10,000, man.
Yeah, during the week is
I'm holding you accountable. 10,000 steps a day. Chaz.
10,000.
Take a picture.
I'm gonna take this
and
walk
send it to
today
me.
after this though.
Yep. Take a picture and send it to me.
All right, man.
All right, man. That sounds like you're not.
What?
And when I get my 10,000, I'm gonna send it to you. What's that look about?
I had to guess. You hear me, bro?
When I get my 10,000, I'm sending it to you.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, brother. I love you, man.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
Don't make me get emotional.
Oh,
Do we kiss now? What do we do now?